Here we're going to talk about covering letters, why you need one, what you should put in it, and where you can get help on your covering letters from. So whatever anyone tells you, covering letters are mandatory. Even if it doesn't ask for a covering letter and just asks for a CV, include a covering letter in there. So your CV is normally quite short and can be quite dry, really. It's difficult to get any of your personality across in it. Even with an application form, they're very fact-based. Whereas a covering letter is somewhere where you can give them more information about yourself, how well you fit into the company, and how well you can come across on paper. So it's a slightly less formal way than your CV and your application form, but it is a great thing to include. So what do you put in it? One of the biggest problems I've seen with covering letters is how you address it. Now, in an ideal world, you know the name of the person that's going to be reading your covering letter and put dear and then their name. Unfortunately, most of the time, you don't. So you need to either do the good old sir or madam, address it to the company or head of the graduate scheme or to whom it may concern, or something that is generic. Do not address it to dear sir, because when I'm reviewing that, it's not a good way to start. And you shouldn't assume that everyone in engineering is male, because it's not true. So just make it a generic term. Use their name if you can. If you can't, don't insult anybody. So the forms that you fill in your CV can be quite restrictive and quite sterile. So this is your chance in a few paragraphs to put a little bit of your personality across. Explain why you're applying to this company. Explain why you're applying to that department. Explain how your skills align with the kind of people that they're looking for. Explain that you're passionate about the subject that you're applying for, and close nicely. Another few things that I've found reviewing covering letters is make sure you get the company name right. As we've said before, one CV doesn't fit all, one application form doesn't fit all. The same with covering letters, one doesn't fit all. I know that people are going to be applying for more than one company, as we've discussed previously. This is a good thing to do, but don't send a letter to me when I'm working at one company with a different company's name on it and explain how keen you are to go and work for that company. It doesn't work. Read it carefully. Check you're sending the correct letter to the correct company. They might have some actual information that they want included in the covering letter, so make sure you've included that. So for this last part on the application form, covering letters are mandatory, whatever anyone tells you. Explain why you're applying to this, explain why you're a brilliant candidate and you will fit in great. This is your opportunity to sell yourself in a way that makes you seem like a nice person and someone that's going to fit in with that company. And this applies whatever size company you're applying to, pop that covering letter in there. When you're ready, we'll move on to the next video and I'll see you there.